My name's Adam Rowland, I'm 27, I'm from Tamworth. I'm married to Kathy and we have a beautiful baby daughter Ava who's 3 months old. In mid-2010 I found a small wart-like lump in the middle of my head. Thought it was nothing, wasn't too concerned about it. After about 6 months it had grown quite a bit. My wife convinced me to go and see my GP to get it removed. So it was originally diagnosed as a granuloma by my GP when I originally went and saw him in about January of 2011. He then referred me on to a specialist to have it removed. The specialist looked at it and also diagnosed it as a granuloma, so of course I was quite relieved to hear that it was nothing serious, it was just a little lump. It was then removed about on that day in the surgery, and about 4 weeks later I went back for a follow-up with the surgeon, and he discovered that the biopsy results had shown that it was an eccrine porocarcinoma, which was quite an aggressive and rare skin tumour. My doctors knew very little about the disease, being so rare, and also being based in Tamworth. We were quite a way away from any big specialists on cancer. So there was very little information. I was told to go and search on Google to find a bit of information about my cancer, which even Google didn't have a whole lot of information, so that was when I reached out to Best Doctors. My major concern was that I was going into a surgery within 2 weeks to remove an aggressive skin tumour, and my doctors didn't know whether that was the best course of action, and I certainly had absolutely no idea. So I wanted to make sure that what they were going to do in quite a short period of time was the right way to go to help treat my cancer. The initial report I received, while it was quite scary in that it outlined just how serious the disease was, it did put my mind at ease to know that my doctors were doing the right thing, that what was going to happen was going to be the best course of action, and of course from there I knew that I could keep in contact with Best Doctors through the surgery and after the surgery. It really put my mind at ease at a very trying time. I shared that report with my surgeon, and I know he did look over it, and a couple of days before the surgery he actually changed the style of surgery that he did, which was fantastic for me because the original procedure that we'd spoken about was extremely invasive and somewhat disfiguring as well. I found out 2 or 3 days after the surgery that we had positive margin, everything was fine, and that it looked as though all the cancer had been taken out in the surgery. Best Doctors then went through and checked on the pathology basically and just made sure that everything was right, that there certainly was margins and everything was safe and everything was spot on. 18 months on from the surgery, I'm continuing to follow Best Doctors' recommendations as to how it is that my disease is monitored. I keep in contact with my surgeons regularly and I see them at least every 6 months. Speaking with Best Doctors completely put my mind at ease, and they really cared. They really helped me out throughout the whole process, and I certainly don't think I would have got as healthy as I have, as quickly as I have, without the intervention and the help from Best Doctors. Life's fantastic now. My wife and I have recently bought a home, and it's great to know I now get to watch my baby daughter grow up. It was pretty ordinary there at one stage where, after I was diagnosed, Best Doctors helped us through that, and it's fantastic to know we're now out on the other side and I can look forward to the future.